Child of Peach. Watch this movie. Is this a bad movie? Let's get into it. This movie is Taiwanese. That's right. It's from 1987. It lasts just over an hour and a half, and it's about we'll just talk about it as we go. But if you get a chance to watch it, yeah. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. And before you ask, there's no tagline. Right, okay, fair enough. Well, that I could find. Right, fair enough, that's okay. Although I know it's the start of the trilogy. Is it? Yeah. We'll get to know these gens. Right. Child of Peach. Starts with a great little song. Obviously this movie's subtitled. It's in the original language. But the movie starts above the Himalayan mountains. There's a secret land where a small family live. They're protected by the Sun Sword, and they're also protected by 3 guardians. Yeah, a monkey, a chicken, and a dog, right? And then they turn into human children. And they're called Tiny Dog, Tiny Monkey, and Tiny Cock. That's what they call you. Anyway, Tiny Monkey, Tiny Dog, and Tiny Cock are the guardians of this little family. The family is a mum, a dad, and a newborn baby, who is guarded by a giant peach. There's a giant peach which drips water, and that's what they feed the baby. It drips water non-stop into a bucket. The baby's fed this peach water. And all is good, all is lovely. Yeah, and these kids who are like Tiny Cock and all that, they've got these magical tires, and they use them to do the gardening. Yeah, they just sort of clean up the yard with these powers. Anyway, all is good until one day some bad lads appear. Yeah, King Devil. Thron Hell. Yeah. Him and a few of his minions appear. There's a big fight between the dad and the tinies and the bad guys. And the good guys are doing okay until the devil manages to steal the Sun Sword. Yeah, and then he kills the dad. Chucks the kids who turn into animals off a cliff. They throw a chicken, a monkey, and a dog off a cliff. Yeah, it's not a big cliff, but yeah, you still see these animals hurtling through the air. Before the mother can be killed, she says to the Peach, "Peach, I want you to look after my child." So the Peach opens up, and the mum places the baby inside the Peach. Why is it hollow? I don't know. But luckily it is. And then the Peach flies off. Yep, this really happens. A little fairy appears to say she'll watch over the Peach. She's like a 5-year-old girl. And then we assume the mother dies. We don't see it. But then we cut to a forest where an elderly couple are living out in the woods, their little simple life. They pray to Buddha every day for anything. For beer or for an easier life or for a child. Yeah, even though they're like 80. So, the old woman's like, right, I'm going to go down to the river and do your washing. Because they don't have a washing machine. Of course they don't have a washing machine. While she's washing the clothes, she sees this giant peach bobbing around in the river. And she thinks that'll feed us for ages. Surely, a taste of fresh fruit won't go bad. She goes into the river and basically gives chase on the river. In her little basket, and then she manages to get a rope around her, right, and it drags her through the forest. But eventually it goes home with her. When the old man comes in, he tries to cut it open so they can eat it, and it zaps him and beats him up. It's a teach, Nate. Just kick it. And just bite it. Well, it's a magical peach. What is this? I don't know either, but it's great. Eventually the peach opens up and reveals there's a little naked baby inside. Yeah, so they decide, let's call him Peach Kid. Yeah. They come up with a few different names, and then they say, hey, we're being dumb. The baby came from a peach, so let's name him Peach Kid. And then we cut to hell. Where this bunch of like dead guys, these zombies are like, Nan, where are you, another? And then this old woman comes out the ground and she's like, ah, we deserve to be here with your dad and you're alive. And then King Diddle comes along, gives them all a makeover, a glow up, and then sends them to Earth to wreak havoc. And that's what they do. They go to this little village in the middle of the night, start burning down houses and kill everyone in the village. It's a bit nuts. It's full on. There's loads of fire, loads of killings, and they really are evil yet. And they love it, they have a great time. They really enjoy it. Well, of course they do. And then they just teleport away. Meanwhile, the fairy is watching over Peach Kid, and the fairy knows that evil is coming to Earth, so she says, we need Peach Kid to be ready. Whatever that might mean, who can tell? So she makes Peach Kid a little bit older. Yeah, she makes him like 6 or 7. That then says, nah, he's too fat. So she changes him again. And the old couple are quite relaxed about this. Turns out he's super strong, this kid. He's also naked. Yeah. And then he's aged up again. Yeah, he is. And he's probably, by now, a young teenager, maybe 13, 14. And thankfully, this one is the first kid they've seen in this movie that's not naked. Yeah, but well, do you know why? Because they'd be arrested. Well, hopefully. But also because, from now on, Peach Kid is played by a young lady. Ah. I thought that. I thought, nah, it's just the way he looks. Yeah. Have you ever seen Pitch Black? No. One of the most poorly disguised twists ever in a movie happens in that movie. I won't ruin it, but you can basically work it out from there. So we cut to the Palace Gardens, where the Prince Melon, is training his soldiers to fight, because they're all getting ready to fight King Devil and his forces. They know what happened in the village, and they are getting ready. Then another army from the north comes along. This is the Priest Bowie and his army. They don't last long. They do not. They're chased off pretty quickly as soon as King Devil and that appear. Anyway, there's some training going on. Peach Kid comes along and says, hey, I want to train you guys. I think I can help with the battle. And he lifts up a tree, like an actual giant log. We see like 6 or 8 guys carrying one log. Meanwhile, Peach Kid is carrying one on his own with his father sitting on the log. And we see all these feats of strength and athletic ability and amazing powers. And yet still, when Peach Kid says, I want to come and join the fight with you, Prince Melon and his men all laugh at him and say, you can't fight. What are they doing? That's like turning down Captain America. But when it's time to go to war, Peach Kid just follows along anyway. Yeah, and then the Tiny Cock and his mates appear. Yeah, the Tiny Cock, Tiny Monkey and Tiny Dog all appear in their animal forms. And Tiny Monkey has a little... just urinates in a little cup. Yeah, which Priest Bowie drinks. Yeah. It's a movie with funny moments. The whole movie. It's so good. The witch woman that King Devil sent to Earth disguises herself as Princess Apple. She goes, what is it, this movie and all these fruits? I don't know. But she disguises herself as the beautiful young Princess Apple so she can infiltrate the base and get close to Prince Melon, and then she just beats him up. She gets her minions into the base as well, and there's a big fight. They're beating up all the good guys, and it looks like all is lost. Yeah, then the Tinies come in and Peach Kid, and they save the day, chase off the bad guys. Yeah. But the next day, King Devil comes to Earth. Yes, he does. And he fights Peach Kid and almost kills him. Yeah. Doesn't actually kill him, just leaves him almost dead. I don't know why he doesn't finish him off. Yeah, neither do I. It's the only threat to him. Anyway, he leaves him almost dead. Goes back to hell for a little break. And Peach Kid needs to be healed. So he's taking a death tub full of peaches. Yeah. He heals pretty quickly. And they decide, right, we have to go to hell and take the fight to them. Yeah, so Peach Kid, Prince Melon, and the Tinies all go to hell. They have to fight their way in. They have to get through this like water tip where they have to fight these shark men who have got fins and exposed drains. Seems a bit dangerous. Yeah. Well, they defeat them, get into the main part of hell, I guess. There's big fights all around, lots of cool stunts, lots of cool action, lots of wire arc and flipping and jumping and kicking. That's pretty cool. And while the fighting's going on, Prince Melon sees the real Princess Apple locked in a cage. Yeah, so he goes up to try and rescue her, right? And the two little minions bite his ass. They say, what a juicy ass, and bite his ass. Anyway, eventually he gets her freed, and her love helps him beat up the big guy, Hercules. Yeah. So the prince has saved the princess. All's good in that part of the fight. Meanwhile, King Devil and Melon Kid
Nope.
and Peach Kid are battling. The tinies join the fight. Yeah, now these kids, right, they're like, get animal tarts. So one of them's got one massive wing. One of them has, like, big giant long monkey arms. But even then, King Devil is too tireful. Looks like Peach Kid and his friends are done for. Yeah, but then guess who comes to rescue? Prince Melon? No. Princess Apple? No. Peach Kid's parents? No. That little fairy we saw? No. A Teach. An actual Teach. The big Teach. The giant Teach that is sliced open earlier. The giant Peach does come along to fight King Devil. It's cut open and just becomes like a Teach Nan. A giant Teach Nan. Wait till you see this thing. It's so good. This fights King Devil and allows Teach Kid to get the Sun Sword. Peach Kid gets the Sun Sword, stabs King Devil through the heart with it, and all is good with the world. King Melon, Princess Apple join our heroes. They all stand in a line and they say, well, let's go home. And then the prince says, you can't go home yet because first of all, I have to invite you all to my wedding to Princess Apple. They all laugh, cheer, jump in the air, freeze frame, end. This is amazing. So, is this a bad movie? Oh my goodness, no. This is the best movie ever. You've got to watch it. Honest, it's great. It is so much fun. I had a lot of fun with it. It's not a mainstream movie in this part of the world, but it's definitely worth a watch. It is crazy. In the best way. But let us know, after you watch it, what you think of Child of Peach. We are going to eventually watch the other two parts now that I know it's a trilogy. I can't wait. But until then, hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video. Tiny cock.